cocoa bean in this system. This is the first receptor, this is the second receptor. And when they are working, this one is vibrating.
Yes.
This one is vibrating. As it's vibrating, it's shaking, so the cocoa beans are dropping. And then here is the same person. This one, more cocoa flows in, is controlling from here. Into this one. And when it gets here, when the machine is working, it's an elevator. If you stand here, you will see there are some small cups. It's carrying the cocoa that is dropping inside here or into the sieve. This is a mechanical sieve. It's moving and vibrating and seeding the cocoa. At the same time, it has a magnetic detector to detect and send away any foreign body which is not supposed to be part of the cocoa. For example, when they are selling the cocoa, they may carry a piece of nail, a piece of plastic, cover beer, whatever stuff, even nylon from the bags and all that. When it gets in here, since this machine is open and it's vibrating at the same time, the magnetic power will pull all those other particles because it can sense the cocoa beans. Then it will pull the other particles and channel them into that bag there.
Yeah.
While the pure cocoa bean itself enters through this receptor and goes down into this panel. Then it gets into this elevator. This is a chain system. The elevator will be pulling this fan there, pulling the cocoa, taking it in small quantities. We specified, we insist on regulating the flow of cocoa. Because if you leave much cocoa to come in here, more of it will stock here and more comes in here. When it's too much, this machine is no longer sensitive again. Yes, it cannot carry all of it. When the system is running, it cannot stay because as more is coming, more will be going, and some there's not going to be nothing left at the time. So when it's too much, the machine is no longer sensitive again. It means that some metals or whatever can pass through. That's why we regulate so that it comes in small quantity, so that it can sense and detect and send out whatever. And when it's running, this lighting indicates that whenever it detects any metal source, it signals, it makes a noise, and it falls that way. Now, from this point of this elevator, it will carry it, the conveyor belt will take it into the roaster. This is the roaster. It starts from here. When it's working, normally it's hot. It's hot. The temperature of the wall, you cannot touch it. If you touch it, it will fry off. You feel that skin immediately. So this can take about 3 hours, 4 hours for the cocoa bean to move from this elevator, the receptor point of the roaster, to the end there.
Depending on the humidity.
Depending on the humidity, I already said it there before, depending on the humidity and mold content and the bacterial content or whatever, the temperature can be increased to 50, 60, 70, depending on all that. And it will run through this thing for, let's say we put the temperature at 75 degrees. They will increase the speed of flow of cocoa bean into this so that it doesn't get fried completely. Because if you fry it too much, you destroy the oil that is going to come out. The oil content will become more of free radical, and it's not good for consumption. So what we do is we make it move a little bit faster. But again, since it comes in small quantity and it goes fast, by the time it gets here, the cocoa bean that comes out here is fried, it's like fried granola. You can touch and you peel easily, it comes out. So that is what goes into this, and then this elevator belt will carry it again in small quantities up into the nibbler. This machine here is to break the cocoa, peel the skin, and break it into small nibs. By the time it gets here, again, if you allow so much of the cocoa to get inside here, this machine will not be sensitive enough to pick out the skin. So sometimes it happens like that. By the time it starts coming out, and this belt is moving already, there are some people who are working here to help select some of the grains that came out with their peeling, unpeeled, or some came with part of the peeling and all that. And
this thing will take smooth.
So this thing will be moving at that time. It's moving, it's a chain, it's
Dropping
moving,
the cocoa in
and then drops the nibs into this receptor. This is another elevator that takes it up, and then drops it into this receptor for grinding.
Okay.
Again, there is somebody who is working here
Okay.
to control the flow rate from here. If you allow much cocoa bean to fall in here, this machine will blend and then get stuck. I don't know if you can remember from the house, when you are grinding granola, you put too much, it stocks. It becomes very difficult for you to grind, but you allow the grains to come in small jets, you can easily grind. So this is the first grinder. It will grind to a certain level, and then this second machine will complete to make it fine particle. And what comes out here is a paste.
Okay.
You know, fried already, and when you are grinding, oil starts coming out. So what comes out here is that cocoa grain will turn into a paste now. At this level here, yes, at this level the cocoa mass is thick, it's still very heavy, condensed. So that is why there is this motor pump, this electric pump to suck and pump by pressure, taking it up through this pipe into this tank. Here, this tank is a mixer. It mixes it so that it becomes a less viscous paste, a little bit more liquid. Yes. So from this point, this pressure pump again will pull it and channel it through this pipe, these two pipes. The oil flows, and at this point we come to the compression point, where we start compressing that paste to collect the oil, and at the end we have the cocoa cake.
Cake.
That cake is going to be grind. At that point, then the 2 points there, it grinds into a fine powder, while the oil channels itself through this system and is collected at the